I don't think we need the city to tell us to evacuate. I think we already know because we see the weather forecast. We're already going to leave.
We begin this morning with the evacuation warning in effect for low-lying communities across San Diego as more rain brings the threat of more flooding. Time now, 8 a.m. on this Thursday. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Neda Irampur. Thank you for joining us here. We're going to start this hour with team coverage. CBS 8's Regina Yorita is working for you in Mountain View to explain everything people need to know about the evacuation orders. Chris Grow is in Southcrest explaining how our local and federal government is working to keep people safe. First,
though, we want to start with meteorologist Evan Ronnie tracking this latest round of rain here. Evan?
Yeah, we're starting to see those stronger bands move on shore as we speak. Bulk of the heavier stuff coming down around the LA County region. But when we zoom in to San Diego, you can see how we're really starting to see that pick up around North County, San Diego. So Oceanside, for example, getting the brunt of it right now. Going to keep moving south as we progress through the morning. And that means that window of about 9 a.m. to noon should be pretty heavy on us as we head into the next couple hours. Temperatures have slid dramatically from where we were to start off the week. We had many mid 70s, upper 70s in play. 70s are gone now. We're in the 50s and 60s if we're lucky. Heavy rain possible between now and about 1 p.m. And it looks like we could even pick up on some snow out there across the mountains. 3 to 4 inches for Palomar Mountain, 3 to 4 for Mount Laguna, 1 to 2 for Palomar Mountain. So that snow level going to progressively drop down as we head through the day. 1 to 2 inches in the forecast for total rainfall today into tomorrow. In just a few minutes, we'll walk you through what those forecast models look like and how they progress throughout the morning into the afternoon. Of course, right now, in preparation for this storm, an evacuation warning is in effect for low-lying communities across San Diego as more rain brings the threat of flash flooding. CBS 8's Regina Yorita is in Mountain View explaining what people need to know.
Yeah, good morning. I can tell you since yesterday they have been preparing anything really to just avoid any flood concerns. So right over here, you can actually see just one of the ways that they're preparing. They actually have sandbags. This location here, this house, they put it towards their garage right outside, placing those sandbags because that's one of the areas where we've heard from a lot of residents just their garage got really damaged in last week's rainstorm. Now, ahead of the rainstorm, Mayor Todd Gloria has also announced an evacuation warning, but I should mention that this is just voluntary. So here's what he told us.
We will be issuing an evacuation warning to residents in low-lying areas that endured flooding last week. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not an evacuation order. This warning is voluntary, and it is designed to encourage residents in these flood-prone communities to prepare if and when evacuation does become necessary.
And the evacuation warning has been issued via text message to all residents who are living in floodplain areas in Southcrest, Mountain View, Encanto, San Ysidro, Sorrento Valley, and Mission Valley. Now, Mayor Gloria is asking residents to gather important documents and to make the proper accommodations ahead of the rainstorm. San Diego residents can prepare for the rain and help reduce the risk of flooding near their homes and properties by taking a few important steps: sweeping and picking up trash, leaves, grass clippings, and other debris that's collected around storm drains and curb gutters near your home. Keep the lid securely closed on trash and recycle bins when placing them out on the street for collection, and place each bin approximately 2 to 3 feet away from the curb. I should also mention that the city has a shelter for evacuating residents at the municipal gym in Balboa Park. The city is also working to arrange transportation for those who need it. We've also been told that the YMCA has paid for hotel rooms for people living here in the Mountain View neighborhood. So back out here, we've been talking to residents who have been heading to work, and they say they actually have to-go kits on standby, and they've taken documents inside their car just in case any concerns of flooding take place here. So that's the latest here in Mountain View. I'll send things back to you guys.
Regina, thank you. Swift water rescue teams and other public safety officials are also on standby here this morning.
CBS 8's Chris Grow joining us live from Southcrest to tell us how the city, county, and federal government working to keep people safe there. Chris, Southcrest was another hard-hit area last week. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, good morning. So right now what we're seeing is all the evidence of what took place just last week. Again, you can see some of the low standing water right now. You could see through that, though, some of the raindrops that are coming down right now. But most of this, again, this is all from last week, but a good stark reminder of what the worst could be, of what this possibly could bring when you have so much rain in such a short amount of time. Now let's get to what FEMA is telling the folks here throughout San Diego County, because of the potential for flooding, they want to make sure that people know what to do if they do see floodwaters. And of course, what they should do if they see standing water, especially in the roads, if they are evacuating, is to not go through the water, whether you are riding a bike, whether you're walking, or whether you are driving. It does not take much to lose control or to be swept away. That includes even if you are in a vehicle. The other thing is that if you are inside of a building, only get on the roof if necessary, and once there, you've got to start signaling for help. Do not climb into a closed attic to avoid getting trapped by rising floodwater. We heard, scarily enough, from a number of people saying that they went into their attic. That is not what you want to do. Now, here locally, we know that the San Diego Fire Rescue is gearing up here. They have extra staff on. They have extra staff within their lifeguard division. 8 additional swiftwater rescue teams ready to go. The California Office of Emergency Services also funded an additional 2 swiftwater rescue teams to work in these flood-prone areas. So as we come back out here live, we're seeing pretty calm rain right now, as Evan just pointed out. The heavier stuff coming a little bit later. But of course, this is the time to prepare if you haven't been doing so already earlier this week, but also just mentally sort of get prepared, know what's out there, and know also what others are doing to try to keep you safe. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, got the hood up. Those raindrops are coming here. San Diego Gas and Electric also have some safety tips ahead of the storm here.
Yeah, do not touch any downed power lines or broken gas lines. Instead, immediately call 911. If you are evacuating from your home, disconnect all electrical appliances if you have the time to do that. Turn off electricity, gas, and water at their sources. And a reminder, county officials are urging you not to drive unless you have to. Never drive in flooded areas. You do risk getting stuck and trapped in your car. But if you do have to drive while it's raining, here's some advice for you. Turn your headlights on if it's actively raining, and don't slam on the brakes if you start to hydroplane. Simply let go of the gas, keep the car straight, and then before leaving, make sure your tires have enough tread. Of course, slow down, leave more room between you and the other cars.
And this morning, you can still donate to the Salvation Army Relief Fund. Yesterday, CBS8 partnered with the Salvation Army for a relief drive to help flood victims, and plenty of donations came in. Totaled about $50,000, but we still have work to do. The drive ended at 7 last night, but the Salvation Army is still taking donations. A lot of people need help. If you'd like to donate, just scan that QR code on your screen with your phone.
Remember, you can keep up with the latest weather conditions and alerts by downloading the free CBS8 app from Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Take a peek outside here. Rain falling across the county right now, and it's going to last for several more hours.
Yeah, we got a good amount of time on this one. 9 a.m. to noon is going to be a prime window for us to get the moderate to heavy stuff. Yeah. Starting in North County right now, progressing south, so it's going to be picking up in the coming hours. 1 to 2 inches for this first atmospheric river. Second atmospheric river that's going to come is going to bring us likely heavier accumulations, and that's going to be on the heels of the first. Second wave is going to come closer to early next week, but I'll at least get a little lull in activity in between for the upcoming weekend. Wet roads out there in Del Mar, you can see what it looks like on those roads. You can also see how foggy it is, how socked in we are. That rain already coming down, really favoring North County. Palm trees blowing around quite a bit in the wind. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw some palm fronds on the ground in the coming hours. A lot of wind out there. All right, flood watch is in play. That is going to last all the way through 10 a.m. tomorrow. Emphasis on this is that the bulk of that rain and the heavier stuff is going to come down today, and then tomorrow we're going to watch as that activity lulls a bit, but as we move toward more of a sporadic format. Entire county under that flood watch. Let's time it out for you. This is what we see by 9:30 a.m. Notice the coastline is going to be inundated with that moderate to heavy rain, especially up around North County. We'll push through about 11:30. You can see how it's continuing to affect coastline, moving inland, and then we're going to start to see a little bit of a break after about 1 and 2 p.m. along the coastline. You could see how activity is kind of lessened from west to east. We get that slight break and things turn to more of a sporadic format from there on. 5:30 p.m. coastline, evening commute is probably going to be mostly dry. It's going to be farther inland that we start to see those showers across the mountains pop up. With that next wave that comes on shore around 9-10 p.m., we start to notice that snow level drop. So that means we're going to see some snow off toward the mountaintops. That's the 2 to 3 inches in Mount Laguna, Palomar Mountain, easy possibility above about 4,500 to 5,000 feet. All right, so rain chances daily. Saturday and Sunday are where we get that break in the wet weather. So today and tomorrow, atmospheric river number 1. Atmospheric river number 2 is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Some models push us all the way to Thursday. With this first one, we're looking at 1 to 2 inches in total. Localized heavier accumulations are possible, closer to 3, maybe 4 inches, but should stay closer to 1 to 2 is what we're looking at. Keep in mind, this is just for atmospheric river number 1. That second atmospheric river, still a little far off for us to be able to pin down specifics with, but it does seem like we could be moving toward 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches in total. So that's going to be a lot to work with. All right, this is satellite radar right now. Bulk of that rain coming down from San Clemente down through Oceanside. Moderate bands starting to move on shore as we speak. We'll watch as another stronger cell starts to develop around the South Bay in the coming hours. So you can see how the coastline is basically just starting to fill up with that green right now. Today and tomorrow is the main event for this first atmospheric river. We today are going to be looking at the heavier, more widespread stuff before things become a bit more scattered and intermittent for Friday. Saturday, Sunday is the break. Monday through Wednesday of next week is the second atmospheric river. Taps into a fire hose of moisture from the subtropics. And that's going to give us a good amount of warm air and very, very much additional precipitation that we'll see for early next week. All right, it's 8:11 on the clock.